All right. Today I want to talk about what I bring with me on backpacking trips. So what my pack looks like, what I'm going to be having with me on the Foothills Trail when I go at the end of May, and what I typically carry with me. So to start off with, I wanted to start with maps. So of course they're all kind of hidden underneath other stuff. But I have this. It's in a little baggie, so it's protected. But it's an elevation map um, of the trail that tells you at what mileage different things are. And then on the back, there is a map of the entire trail. So it really gives you some good information there, at kind of quickly at a glance. I tend to over prepare rather than under prepare as far as maps go. So I also have a map on my phone. I have this, kind of regular map as well. And then I have the guidebook that I showed in one of my previous videos. So this guidebook, I wrote some information down in. I wrote down like where different campsites are and the mileages. I wrote down kind of what my plan is for hiking, and where I want to camp per day. So I have all that information in there and ready to go. Um, let's see. I'll talk about food next. So, one of the things I like to do with food is I like to carry odor-proof bags. These are brand new ones that I just got to replace the ones that I've been using, because I get a little paranoid about them getting older, and not working as well and stuff like that. So I bought some new ones. Um, I am bringing this time with me some dehydrated fruit, because I figure that would be good. I love fruit, and it would be a good opportunity to get fruit while on the trail. And these bags are like super light. Um, I'm also bringing leaf side meals. So these are the meals that I've been trying for like a daily kind of dinner as well. But since they are freeze dried, they're perfect for the trail because they weigh like nothing. And all you do is add, hot or boiling water to them. It doesn't say on here if you can. It says not to basically heat it up in this bag. So what I'm planning to do is maybe empty out a bag from a different meal that you can cook in the bag. Because these meals I'm not going to use. Well, this one doesn't seem to actually have anything concerning in it. So I may even be able to bring some of these with me as well. But the ones that might have oil in them or something that I don't eat, I can use, just bring an empty bag, dump this in there with the water, and then heat it up in the bag and reuse the bag, if that makes sense. So use this instead of using like a bowl or a pot. It'll be a lot easier to carry, a lot lighter weight and stuff like that. So that's my plan for that. For my past few trips, I carried a bear canister, but this time I got um, a sack. So this is from Ursack. So this is bear proof. It's also critter proof. So they can't chew through it, they can't tear it. And if you tie it properly, they can't untie it either or unknot it. So what you do is you cinch it really tight, um, through both of these, until it's closed. You knot it there, and then you tie it around a tree, and knot it on the other end as well. So the worst they could do is crush what's inside, but it's still edible even if it's crushed. So, and the odor-proof sacks on the inside should keep bears and other critters away, because they won't smell it. So that is my plan for that. Um, let's talk about water next. I have two smart water bottles that I carry. So I carry 2 liters of water with me at all times, which is a pretty standard practice. So I just have a regular one here. I bought a water system and it came with an extra lid. And the lid has a string on it so you don't lose the lid when you take it off. Um, so it's not going anywhere. I'm not going to lose it. It also has a reflective orange piece of plastic on the top so that it's visible as well, just in case it does fall off. But that's for that one. The second one, I have the water system in. So it is one of these bite tubes, bite valves, um, and attached to one of these. Now, the only problem with this is that it has to stay upright. If it falls to the side, it's going to leak through this little hole here that lets the air in so that you don't end up with suction. And I also have some duct tape wrapped around this in case I need it. So I try to keep that kind of stuff with me at all times. Um, this is my tent. It is a trekking pole tent and it's very lightweight, 1 person tent. It is by Lanshan. It's a Lanshan 1. So if you look it up, you can see tons of videos of people reviewing it and trying it out. But it's a very lightweight tent. It comes with some lightweight stakes as well. I love this tent. I used it on my last backpacking trip on the Georgia Loop, and it worked really well. Very lightweight, very easy to set up and take down. The benefit of it, it does have a rain fly, but the rain fly is kind of attached. You can unclip it if you want to. But because of that, it means that when you set it up, like if it's raining, you're not going to get rain on the inside of your tent because it's not exposed, because everything's covered. Let's see here. Next, I'll talk about my sleeping pad. So I got a big Agnes sleeping pad. It is the Rapide SL. So it's an insulated pad. So it's going to keep me warm, even if it gets a little cool at night and stuff like that. The difference between this pad and the pad I used on my last trip is that the one I used on the last trip was too thin for side sleepers. So it didn't work for me because I ended up being able to feel the ground, my hip and my shoulder when I was sleeping on my side. I'm not really a side sleeper. I'm more of a I roll around a lot, so I can be kind of both, back and side. So I really need something that's going to work for side sleeping as well. I also got the pillow, a Trekology, a Luft Pillow 2.0. It has these little silicone dots on the back side of it, as well as a strap that goes around the pad. So that way that keeps that pillow from slipping around. But I need a pillow with this pad because it doesn't have a built-in pillow like my other pad did. Um, and the last one that I had, the last pillow I had, I brought with me on the Georgia Loop, but I ended up selling it to someone who was hiking a good portion of the Appalachian Trail, who needed a pillow. He'd been sleeping on basically his tent bag. And I mentioned that I had an extra pillow, and so he insisted on giving me money for it. So I sold it to him. I also have a pump sack for filling up or inflating my pad. So what this is you connect this to the valve on the sleeping pad. This is easier to fill with air than by blowing in. So you just blow in a little bit, and then you can get a decent amount of air in there, and you just kind of squeeze it in. So it works really effectively. It saves your lungs a lot. I tried it out already on the sleeping pad, and it was great. It was great. I loved it. So it's definitely something that's worth the extra couple ounces of weight to carry. Um, this is my pack. It's an Osprey pack. It is I think it's an airspeed, maybe, but it's adjustable. It has kind of like, I don't know if you can even see this, but you can see this gap in here. Um, there's a gap between where your back sits and where the bag itself is. So it kind of helps with airflow and stuff like that as well. It has good straps on it. Um, yeah, I just really like it. I went to REI and tried out a couple packs, and this was the one I ended up with. I have a little thermometer on the pack. So this thermometer will tell me the temperature, which is great. So I kind of have an idea in the mornings or in the evenings. It also apparently somehow tells you the lowest temperature it reached during the day and the highest temperature it reached during the day, so you can test that out. Let's go into the brain first, or the top part of this pack. Um, so I have my water filter in here. And my water filter I have in this little sack with some, I carry two of them because I'm always concerned that one is going to mess up or break or something. But I carry these. These are just little bags you fill up, and then you attach the filter to the top and then squeeze it into the smart water bottle. And as you squeeze it, it filters through here. So this is the system I really like to use. It works for me. It is pretty simple, pretty easy to use, and it gets you clean water, which is the biggest and most important thing when you're out on the trail, is having that access to clean water, and having having to worry about getting sick because of the water. This is my Garmin InReach Mini. It's typically clipped to the pack. I have it stored on the inside right now. But I keep this with me just in case I need it. Now, on the Georgia Loop Trail, it did malfunction on me. So I'm not sure what to do about that, if it's going to happen again or if it was just a fluke. But in any case, I will have my phone on me, and I'll check in with my family and stuff like that when I have signal. And then my plan is to check in the evenings when I set up camp, and in the mornings when I leave with this, because I won't have signal on much of the trail. This is just a bag that I had some vitamins in. Hand sanitizer, important. Cords for the phone, also important for charging. I keep extra lids for the smart water bottles in there. A little outdoor journal notebook that you can write in, and it can get wet and you can still write on it, for notes or for whatever I need. A repair kit for a puncture in my if I get a puncture in my sleeping pad. This is my light, my headlamp. It is a Foothills. I don't know how to pronounce that. But it's rechargeable. And it does the flashy bit and regular, and then you have the red, and the red flashes as well. So you have lots of options with that. And like I said, it's rechargeable, so you can kind of reuse it. What did I just throw? I'm not sure what just popped out of there, but I can't see it. I carry an eyeglass cleaning cloth with me. I carry a pen. And I carry this, which is a combination knife, screwdriver, as well. And it's got a little ruler on it. And And then this is like a bottle opener. So it's got a few functions to it, which is nice for carrying around on the trail and stuff like that. Um, let's throw that stuff back in there real quick. And then we'll go into the main body and see what else is in here. Well, we'll look on the outside as well first. I have a bandana in case I need it to dry things off, to use it to wear on my head to keep my head from sweating and all that kind of stuff to absorb that. So I keep that there. I have this sit pad that I brought with me last time for the first time. I've never used a sit pad before. So it's just like a foam pad that folds out and you can just sit on it. So I carry that on the back, the bottom of my pack. So it's good because you can, or what I did was I set it up on the outside of my tent so that when I crouch down to get in or crawl in on my knees, I'm not getting my knees all dirty or muddy or whatever. This is my trowel, toilet paper, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, important to have. I brought wipes with me as well for a similar purpose in case I needed those. This is my poncho. So my poncho fits over me and my pack. So it keeps everything dry, nice and dry, with a hood, and it's bright orange, so I stand out when it gets a little dreary or dark or whatever. This is a pack cover. I probably won't bring this because I won't need that and the poncho. I just have a tendency to overpack sometimes. So that's why that all was in there as well. Get that back in there. All right, now let's look in the main body of the pack. So I was keeping my sleeping bag in a trash bag. My sleeping bag goes down to, I think it's 20 degrees, but I'm not 100% certain on that. It's either 20 or 30, which will be plenty for the summer. So hiking in the end of May with that and the sleeping pad, I'll be good. This is my spoon, my long-handled titanium spoon, and it's rainbow, as you can see. So it's perfect for eating out of those bags and not getting messy. So it's perfect for that. I have a Nilo Flume pack liner in here. And then I will put everything in there, wrap it up, and that keeps everything from getting wet. If rain gets through the pack. This is the old sleeping pad, so I don't need that. This is my little camp stove system. So it comes with a little pot. There's a little bowl in here. And then I fit one of these inside as well, a canister. But you basically screw the canister in the little stove part. This sits on top of the actual stove. The stove is inside of here along with the canister. But I carry extra canisters. So what you do is you boil the water in the little pot and then you pour it into the food, let it soak and cook. I bring one of these with me, which is like a Swedish dishcloth, I think is what they call it. But essentially it absorbs a lot of water and you can reuse it. So it's great for like condensation on the inside of the tent. Or wiping down something if it needs to be dried out. Another canister, just a piece of nylon, and that's it. I don't have my sleeping bag in here. I must have left it in my closet. But I also bring some sleeping clothes with me, which is like a bamboo hoodie and a pair of bamboo pants. So I figured bamboo is lighter weight. It's pretty breathable as well. So it's good for nighttime, not good for hiking. For hiking, I use performance clothing that wicks away sweat, that is not cotton or bamboo, like polyester mixes and stuff like that, because it's good at wicking away the sweat. Um, so in the summer, it's not as concerning. It's hypothermia is very, very, very unlikely in the summer. But I still don't want to hike in cotton just for that reason. Just in case something were to happen, I want to be able to quick dry. So I have a pair of hiking pants. I plan to have a pair of zip off hiking short slash pants. By the time that we get there, the pair I have now doesn't really fit anymore. So unless I somehow fit into them magically by then, I will probably be getting a new pair. Um, I hike in sandals. So these are zeros, XERO. Genesis, I believe, is what they are. But they're super lightweight, super flexible, super thin shoes, sandals. I love to hike in them. I wear them to work. I wear them literally everywhere. They're great. So they're definitely broken in. And so they're definitely super comfortable. I know they're comfortable. I know I can walk in them. So I won't be getting blisters or any of that kind of stuff. So I'm not concerned about that. But yeah, that was just a quick walk through my pack and what I'm bringing with me on the Foothills Trail. Bye.